Thanks for coming and hanging out in the basement with me today. Well, as you can see, I've got the layout pretty much finished for now. I got lights hooked up and everything. Got everything pretty much in the place where I'd like it right now. And let me tell you, it was really cool when after I put up 2 buildings, I kind of looked around and go, holy moly, this thing, it just like burst to life just with 2 buildings up. It's really cool. But what we've got today, as you saw in this thumbnail, is an unboxing of an MTH PCC trolley, and I think it's going to be a special one. Let's move the camera, and we'll open the box. Okay, let's get these other PCC cars out of the way. These are the only 2 that I own. This is a basic one with no sound whatsoever, but still really cool. This guy is a dealer appreciation program from 2000, even though it was brought out in 2002. Says... let's see here. Dealer Appreciation Program 2000 MTH. But let's take a look at this package. See how many foam peanuts they managed to cram into it. I think that's the only thing that's in this package. This was an auction win from Cabin Fever Auctions. I'll let you know what I paid for this. I'll toss it up on the screen here. Here we are. Like I said, I think that's the only thing I want in here. Okay, this is a Washington PCC electric streetcar with proto sound. There we go. I don't know if this thing's been run. They didn't do any good pictures of it out of the box, I don't think. Maybe I'll toss a picture up of the auction here. Oh, we got all the literature, so that's good. Ooh. Silver Sightseer. What do we got here? Wow, this thing's never been opened up. That's nice. The individual manuals had the picture of the actual car on it. Rail King. Oh, your ticket to fun. Cool. Have to look at that later. Alright, air-conditioned DC Transit. Really cool. Washington's only sightseeing trolley, 25 cents. I'll put what year this was released on the screen here. Let's take it out of the box, or out of the wrapping. See if I got a good deal or not. Okay. Body's in nice condition. I like the coloring. I don't know about the dark green and black header board there, but maybe that's how it was. Air conditioned. Nice. I love the colors on this thing. Okay, so this has been run some, which is okay. I'm okay with that. But the wheels are clean. Yeah, the reason why I say it's been run some is because we do have some marking on the rollers, but that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot. But before I put this on the track and try it out, this is Proto Sound 1, so it is very important to pop off the body and basically replace the battery. So this has still got this piece on it, so it's possible it was never run. I'm not going to put that back on. So what do we got? These are plastic and they're glued, so I'm not too worried about it. But let's pop off the body real quick. Okay, body screws are off. Let's see if we can get this sucker apart. Okay, they got this thing crammed full, but there is the original white battery, which we want to get rid of that and replace it with a more modern battery, or like a, I call it a BCR, battery replacement. But we'll get this out of here and measure it and see what it's at. Because the reason we change this out is because it will scramble the electronics and basically make this a brick. Sometimes these things are not the most user-serviceable things. Oh man, this is being tough. Okay. We have a mount here, which is the heatsink for the bridge rectifier. I'm going to pull that off. Or at least loosen it. Alright, all I had to do was loosen it. Let's see if we got enough room to sneak the battery out with that. Okay. Now let's test this battery out. Okay, got my voltmeter set to DC. And we'll see what the battery reads. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, here we go. Hopefully. We got a whopping 2 volts on this battery. Of course it's going to be bad anyway because it's very old. So 8.4. Alright. Now I'm going to put it in a different battery. But you do you. This is a rechargeable battery. But some people don't like these, and that's okay. BCR is a pretty good way to go. Alrighty, let's put this guy together. I'm going to put the screws back on, and we'll try it out on the track. Okay. The thing you got to remember when you're putting these together is it's really easy for the wires to get trapped between the bottom and the sides and the bottom and the posts. See a little bit of red there, but that's in between the posts, so I'm not too worried about it. So, also what I noticed is this piece on top here is kind of come off, so that might need a little glue, the little like faux springs there, whatever. But let's see if we can get this thing running around. Oh, see, we got a ladybug on the tracks. Another one. Get out of here, ladybug. Okay, I don't have my remote hooked up yet, so we'll just pull you this way till I get toward the transformer here. Let's turn it on and see if it works. That's not a good sign. We got a short or something. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see. I could have pinched a wire, or there could be something else wrong internally. Oh, yeah. Oof. Okay, let me turn off the camera and we'll see what's up. We definitely got some sort of short circuit inside, so it's pulling like 8 amps. That's not good. Okay, you remember what I said about not to worry about that red wire? That was a dead short right on the frame here. So, I'm going to put a little piece of tape around this guy. I'm pretty sure that was it, but I got the body hooked up and everything. Let's just set it on the track here. I'll get Porky and Petunia out of the way. We'll just see if it powers up. If it does, then I'll just put some, maybe some heat shrink on there and tape it up out of the way. Okay, we should have heard something. I don't think I damaged any electronics with that. That's pretty much straight, you know, straight out there. Let's see if we got the volume turned up or down all the way. The volume could have been turned all the way down. Okay, let's try that. Okay, it's working. Alright, let me... that's loud, I got it turned up pretty far. Okay, let me effect some repairs on this wire. But, you guys might enjoy seeing that. We'll get out my little heat gun that seems to work pretty good for this kind of stuff. Alright, let me grab this stuff and we'll do a little quick repair. Well, I'm sure glad that at least this problem was one that I caused and I was able to find right away. So, just little troubleshooting like that. It's like, I probably should have tested it before I put the shell on the first time, but hey, live and learn. That's okay. Maybe I'll put some electrical tape on some stuff to kind of tuck those wires up out of the way. I'm sure this was a problem when they were initially producing these in China, that this kind of thing would happen. But hey, just goes to show, can happen to anybody. Let's get to the repairs. Okay, so I've got my little Chandler heat device here. Works really nice. The tip here, the cone stays nice and cool. And this would be a super easy repair. Why? Because we've got a wire nut here. Now all we've got to do is undo the wires and cut an appropriate length of heat shrink here. And see, this one was not actually this was where the zip tie was before. And we'll just cut a little longer just to be on the safe side. I don't even have to heat shrink it on because it's plenty long to protect it, but nothing wrong with a little extra protection here. Alright, and we'll just take this guy, put it on low, and heat shrink away. This heat shrink is actually a little bit large for this wire. I could use some smaller stuff, but you use what you got. That's good. See, the outer plastic here is just nice and cool. Okay, we'll put our wire nut back on here. Maybe do a little cable management with some electrical tape or something. Problem with working on these smaller models, you get that, especially electronic one, no wires. Alright, so we want to tuck that in. Even with that wire, or that tape that was around there, I don't think it tucked the wires in, but anything's possible. Now, here's the test. Okay, so I'm looking around. I don't see where any wires are pinched in between the body and the plate. And we got the shell on. Oh, I see a green wire right there. Jeez, these things are tough. Oh, that's the that's the heat shrink I did. Tight fit. Okay, I don't see any more wires. We're looking good. I'll put these screws in, and we'll put her back on the track and try it out. Take two. Fingers crossed I did not pinch any more wires. That's a little loud. I'm gonna turn it down first. Okay, that should work. My battery's working good. Try it again. Okay, our lights are working. Pulling 0.7 amps, which is okay. Let's try forward and reverse. Little note, I was wrong about this leaderboard. It actually is white letters. I thought it was dark, because when it's off, it looks kind of black. But when it's on, looks really good. Excellent. Looking good. Now our bell should work. Good. Horn should work. Okay. Sometimes with these early ones, the horn also triggers the bell when it's stopped. But let's put it in gear, shall we say? Just gonna slow it down a bit. Now we'll try the horn. There we go. Alright, let's try a station shop. Hold the bell down.
On your left is the National Gallery of Art.
Nice. Let's try another one.
Now passing the Federal Triangle.
Interesting.
The Old Main Post Office is on the left.
I'll keep holding it and it'll go and it'll do a station stop. I'll hold the next one.
Treasury building is straight ahead.
Okay, those are the same background sounds. This thing's pretty cool. Now I could interrupt the power and it would start, or it'll start on its own. I bumped up the voltage a little bit. There we go. Nice, it's working good. Let's hear some of those other sounds. I think we missed one on the White House.
On your right, Blair House and the Renwick Gallery. Corcoran Gallery, 2 blocks to the left.
2 blocks to the left.
Constitution Hall, straight ahead.
I think that was the first one.
On your left, the National Gallery of Art.
Yep.
Now passing the Federal Triangle. The Old Main Post Office is on the left. Treasury building is straight ahead. White House and the old Executive Office building is on the left.
Okay. Let's put you on. That looks pretty good. Let's get you started. Doing a tour layout.
On the right, Blair House and Renwick Gallery.
Oh, it works pretty good. Let's see how it works on the elevated section. There, let's see here. Let's try the elevated section out. Let's take a ride on the elevated section. So one little quick thing I want to add in here is on the Proto 1, if you're not familiar with how to operate the sounds and stuff, it might be a little confusing for you. But the Proto sounds are controlled through the bell, and we can use the transformer, the MTH transformer, or you can use a line-out transformer with a bell and a whistle as well. But to get the station stop to work, it has to be moved. Well, you can do it from a standstill if we hold down the bell.
Now passing the Federal Triangle.
If we keep holding it, then it starts the station stop. When we let go, it'll start the sequence. There's everything open, and we can cut it short by hitting the direction. And it'll take off in the last direction I had the trolley in, so it might go backwards. Yep. But if we're going forward, we'll just slow it down here. We're in forward. I hold down the bell. If I let go, it will bypass it. But if I hold it down,
Treasury building is straight ahead.
so if I keep the button pressed down, I can basically have it stop wherever I want to when I let go. And with the trolleys, they just have the one... Oh, that's nice. She said, please have a fare ready. I didn't expect that. There's all kinds of little sounds in these things. But if you hit the direction, it'll start going right away. Whereas like the other proto sound one I have, the Galloping Goose, has several parts to a station stop. Only the Trolley has one. We'll get it going backwards here. The red lights are always on in the back. But that's just how you operate the system. And like I said, this is a very early proto sound. The horn button does not work correctly when it's stopped. There's a option you can look in the instruction manual to flip that so it'll work. But if we're moving and I hit it, the horn works great. Okay, let's wrap it up. Well, that Washington, D.C. silver sightseer is pretty cool. I really like the colors on it, and since I learned about that, it's like I kind of always wanted one. And for, I think, about $50, I thought that was a pretty good deal. And considering how old it is, still working good, bonus. And I could be wrong that it might have been around before. Maybe those rollers had a kind of a little darker area in the center. I'm just not sure. But those wheels are spotless. Doesn't look like it had ever been apart before, but yeah, that's okay. It's all part of the fun. And at least you can see my screw up there pinching a wire, so I'm glad I got to show you that and how I fixed it. But it is working really good. I'm very happy. And as you can tell with these Proto ones, they do not have cruise control or a constant speed feature on there. Because even on the elevated track section, they just bog down. So I got that one, the green one there, just barely so climbs the hill, so it doesn't go too fast down the other slope. Well, let me know what you think of the completed layout, and let me know what you think of the silver sightseer. I think it's pretty cool. If you got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching. And yes, if I left them going like this on the same track, they would bump into each other, because even though the blue one behind the sightseer was initially slower, now it's a little faster. But they're evening out. That's just kind of fun.